We like Brett. He has a can-do attitude.
Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we are discussing the Lendonwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. And a little bit later on, Tulsa isn't dodging dodgeballs at all at the BOK Center. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
So I left here the other night. I was hungry. I was peaked. It was a late night. We had a late start, which kind of, you know as well as I do, especially here in small town America, when you get started late, you finish late, and you're hungry, there's not a whole lot of options besides fast food.
That is true.
I had a hankering, as they say around here. I had a hankering for a cheeseburger. And I saw Wendy's. I was like, you know, it's in our DNA, our OnlyinOK DNA, for us to try something local.
Right.
So the first thing on my list was J&W Grill.
Mm-hmm.
Looked them up, closed. As I'm getting just about to Papa's, you know, home of the world famous Chicago dogs and their onion burgers, they were open still. So I made a pass through, made sure I wasn't going to be shutting them down, even looked on the internet. I had about 30 minutes to kill. Well, about 40 minutes to kill. Went in, and I do what I normally do. Probably, you know, in some cases, probably the most annoying thing if it's like a dinner rush. But I went in. I was approached by, they have a friendly staff, by the way. Approached by the young lady. She's like, what can I get you? I said, look, give me the thing you're most famous for. So she goes back to the back, says, hey, he wants the thing we are most famous for. I hear the cook say, well, that's going to be our onion burger. Okay, give it to me. So they bring out the onion burger. It's top 5. Easily.
Really?
Easily top 5. And I'm going to say it, and this may draw some arrows. I think it's better than J&W Grill. And J&W Grill is king of the hills. The burger, I think it was a half-pound burger. You add the cheese. They put the onion on the patty. Then they melt the cheese over the onion. The ingredients are fresh.
I'm not sure that counts as an onion burger, though.
Why?
Because I think the onion burger, and correct me if I'm wrong, the onion burger is the super thin patty.
Smash burger
with the
style.
onion smashed into the burger. So I'm not 100%. Don't get me wrong. It sounds like it was a great burger.
Yeah, it was a great burger. Yeah.
And
hand-cut fries. Yeah.
I'm 100% all in, and you know me, I like burgers.
Yep.
But I don't know if we can count that. I don't know the rules.
Tomato. In this case, a cheeseburger is a cheeseburger as long as it has cheese on it, right? And it's made with real hamburger meat, which is funny. The person that cooked it was the owner. The owner being Alicia Payne, not related to David Payne. I made sure she's an Edmondite. Her husband was from Chickasha. 2019 rolls around, he passes away suddenly. She takes over. I'm telling you, to have survived COVID, enough with just being survived. You're open.
Right.
You know, that's a biggie. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big win for the last 2 years.
I mean, you know, so they're doing the best they can. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think they're kicking ass and taking names, in my opinion.
Wow.
And I was honest. I've driven by Papa's.
I wasn't 100% sure they were still around. I wasn't.
Well,
I live here, and I wasn't 100% sure they were still. Well,
they'd shuttered for a while, and you drive by, and I don't know if they kept weird hours before, but I mean, you know, I've been coming to Chickasha for years. You've lived here for years. I have family from here, so there's been a lot of, foot traffic from me in these parts. But great staff. If you get a chance, folks, and you're in Chickasha and you're looking for an alternative to the other guys, or just something completely different than what you might expect, you need to try Papa's. I mean, and I'm not just saying that. They really try their peanut butter pie. And get a cup of their chili. Like, their chili's good, the pie was good, the fries were good. Like, friendly staff.
High praise.
They've completely redone the inside. I don't know what it looked like before, but you can tell that they've got some Edison bulbs and done some really cool.
Nice. And
it's not real kitschy and tchotchke like. It's got a hashtag that says, I think it says good food or great food. I mean, she's really, you know, she's got 4 kids. I believe she's got 4 kids doing it on her own. I mean, I've got nothing but good things to say about Papa's, honestly.
Awesome.
And you know me, I've kind of started doing a little bit less of the vegan thing and having
I was going to ask about that, but I didn't want to disrupt the actual story.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that none of that sounds vegan.
None of it was, the potatoes were vegan.
Were they?
Dude, I killed...
Hold on. The potatoes were vegan.
No, they weren't. 'Cause
Okay.
They
probably cooked them in peanut oil or...
Right. You're right.
Okay.
But I will say there was a homicide on 4th Street, and I murdered their onion burger. Like, I killed it. And didn't use napkins or anything. I just licked my fingers and they gave me a small cup of chili and I drank it like a shot. Like, I just went in. I went in for it.
There's a car wash right down the street. You just hose yourself off.
Nah. I needed to go home smelling guilty. Guilty of something. But anyway, yeah, Papa's, I highly, highly recommend them.
Awesome. Well, I think I have another recommendation for the listeners.
Sure.
Lindenwood Gardens. This is an 8... Okay, I fully expect lots of grief from you.
Because you're going to say the word botanical garden, which is a word that you rarely ever say.
No, I expect that you're going to say, well, you got a garden now and you've been out there watering.
Oh, yeah. You've got this kinship with the greenery. I don't know.
And now I'm talking about 8-acre botanical gardens tucked away in the...
You're working on a half-acre botanical garden right here.
I'm doing my best, but this place looks amazing. It's in the town of Grove, Oklahoma. It has 7 distinct garden areas,
yeah,
each with its own theme and kind of personality. And I don't know about you, I like walking through pretty places.
There is something, whether it's by a stream or across a land bridge, the fresh air, it's the greenery, it's all of it. It has a calming effect.
It does.
It really does. I know I give you shit, but
no, I'm telling you, I have a piece of technology glued to my wrist that tracks my heart rate, and when I go camping,
it goes down. My
heart rate is 5 to 7 beats per minute lower than when I'm working.
Can you take a couple of my children so my heart rate can lower when you're camping?
Absolutely
not.
But Lindenwood, you can kind of wander the garden paths, or you can get a guided tour, which I'll talk about some of the details on the guided tours in just a bit. But as far as the history of Lindenwood goes, it was founded in 1995 by Dr. Leonard Miller. He was a retired dentist in Grove. He designed and built this botanical garden by himself. He had a kind of an interest in Japanese gardening and horticulture, and it really resulted in this unique kind of fusion, like American-Asian garden fusion.
Well, if you look at some of the Japanese photographs of the cherry blossom trees and we're kind of talking about the bridge, they look like paintings. So that fusion of East meets West, you have to see the pictures to kind of get the full scope of what this looks like.
I definitely recommend, and it's LendonwoodGardens.com, and I'll mention that again. Yeah. But definitely need to look at what you're getting into. It's gorgeous. So the gardens became a non-profit corporation in 1997. Dr. Miller donated the property, and in 2001, they purchased adjacent land and property from Dr. Miller to enhance the garden's plantings. This adjacent 5 acres, which included Dr. Miller's former home and his surrounding gardens, allowed them to significantly extend this space and also solved some of the parking issues that used to be an issue back in the day. To the attraction itself, Lindenwood features distinct gardens, each with their own theme. You're talking 1,200 plants. They have hundreds of varieties of trees, thousands of varieties of flowers. Lindenwood has been designated as a display garden for the American Daylily Society. As far as the different gardens inside of the botanical gardens, there are a few that I want to talk about. The American Backyard Garden, these are all plants that were specifically chosen for their ability to thrive with minimal water. This area is not irrigated. So in the summer, the American Backyard displays many colorful annuals and a lot of things like crepe myrtles and several varieties of daylilies. Some of the highlights of the American Backyard Garden, they have a beautiful gazebo surrounded by blooming roses, some colorful displays of knockout roses. This is a really great place for pictures.
Yep, I can feel it already.
Or for weddings, if you know anybody.
I would not recommend this place. Well, maybe you could break up with somebody there. It might cushion the blow. She's like, yeah, that's fine. Just, these roses. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a possibility.
It is a possibility. And, back to the theme itself, the American backyard garden, all these things, this is stuff we grew up with.
Right.
This is, you drive around most neighborhoods in this area, you'll find one, some, or all of these. And they've just got this, the whole system, it's like their own little ecosystems that they're creating.
And it's real, the way it's all meshed together, it's amazing. And I think anybody that likes nature is going to just fall in love with
like
this
a
place.
garden's greatest hits, basically.
Yes. The next on my list was the newly opened Azalea Garden. They have a lot of flowering shrubs in this garden and a lot of mature and really lush specimens. Volunteers cleared and rebuilt the pathways that go in between these particular plants. And in April, the Azalea Garden is fully in bloom, colors ranging from pink to lavender to red and white. A lot of them are highly fragrant, and they're shaded by the tall oaks in the area, so it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, picturesque. Very picturesque. I'm just going to keep saying it. I mean, it is.
So my personal favorite, and the last two on the list, my personal favorite is probably the Japanese Pavilion, even though it really should be the Oklahoma Garden. But I saved the Oklahoma Garden for last, but I do want to talk about my favorite. The Japanese Pavilion at Lindenwood Gardens is a popular stop on the tour. So the design is based on the Hisakakawa Pavilion in Japan. The pavilion provides kind of a scenic overlook over the koi pond and the surrounding garden. The floors are made out of cypress wood, which prevent rain damage.
Yeah.
And it's kind of laid out in like a herringbone pattern.
Oh.
Dude, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it sounds like you want to have a samurai duel at dawn.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would just sit on the ledge all day long. It's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
So this, though, is a really popular venue for receptions, tea parties, just looking at the garden. Children really love the whole koi pond thing, which, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to interject with, I don't know. Kids don't bring peace to me. I need a sanctuary. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. I fully grasp that if you were there alone, meditating, looking at nature, and somebody, like you, for instance, came up with your two toddlers,
it just ruined it all.
I would probably drown you in the koi pond.
Yeah, there'd be some transcendental meditation that involved a drowning. You're right.
So lastly, though, Lindenwood's Oklahoma Garden. This one was established in 2015. It showcases plants and trees that are most likely to thrive in Oklahoma's diverse climate. Various trees, shrubs, perennials, annuals. They are all designated as Oklahoma Proven by OSU's Extension Service. And again, these are plants that have all been, they're all guaranteed to live in Oklahoma.
Right.
With our early freezes and our late freezes and our super hot and super cold.
Right.
Finding plants that thrive,
it's hard,
that have 100% guarantee of success in the state is definitely hard.
We're always on the verge of a Dust Bowl era, and somehow, some way, these plants just keep plugging away.
So if you are looking for inspiration for your own garden or things to grow in your yard, I think a walk through the Oklahoma Garden might give you some real inspiration.
I don't know. I think I would get green thumb envy. I'd look at it and I'd either be challenged to bring my garden to the next level, or I would be intimidated to the point where I'm like, I'm not even going to try. It'll never stack up to the Oklahoma Garden at Lindenwood. I don't know.
I could see you doing. I mean, I could see you having that opinion.
Yeah.
But that's like saying I don't ever want to see a cool classic car because I could never get mine to look like that.
Oh, don't think for a second I'm not looking out your planter boxes going, that son of a bitch is growing everything I buy at the store. Don't think for a second. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. Great job. I drive home like a piece of shit.
I just paid $9 for tomatoes.
And they're already bad.
Speaking of that, I bought lettuce the other day.
Oh, my.
You know what? We had a lot of people coming over. The lettuce in my garden is a little immature.
Not there yet.
So I bought lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
The lettuce had an expiration date 7 days into the future. I get it home. I go to take it out of the container.
Once it hits the air, yeah.
Dude, it was gross already. Like, it was slimy.
It had this slime to it. Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, what if somebody would have bought that 6 days from now?
Yeah. And we can't get baby formula, but we can get bad produce.
So as far as activities at Lindenwood Gardens,
Mm-hmm.
weddings and special events, obviously, they provide a stunning backdrop for weddings and other special events. The amenities include the gazebo surrounded by rose gardens, the Japanese pavilion we talked about overlooking the koi pond, and a whole lot of spots for memorable photographs for any special day, any special time. So I think if you're a photo geek, this is probably a good spot for you. They've got a lot of open grassy areas to allow space for chairs and tables and bands and dancing.
Oh my.
So if you want a high class place to have an event, I think this is probably it.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's all about the backdrop for me. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, you can make a 4, like me, look like a 10 with a Japanese backdrop.
Oh yeah, put you in a white tuxedo in a Japanese pavilion.
I was thinking like a top knot with a gi and hey, you know what I mean?
No, you'd look like a dork.
I would I'd look like freaking Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja.
But they have a really cool setup, though. I mean, especially I'm going to hammer the point home.
Sure.
They have a really cool setup, really well designed for events. The back entrance of the gardens is really close. It offers easy access for caterers, florists, musicians, anybody that has mobility issues. They've got plenty of room back there. They've got additional restrooms and parking in the back. So it really lends itself well to an event looking beautiful and being really well executed.
Yeah.
Because the front entrance is where everybody comes in and everything's just gorgeous gardens and beautiful vistas. And all of the work is happening at the back entrance, and you don't see the food trucks and the caterers and the guy unloading the equipment for the band.
You never see the wizard until it...
Exactly.
Right, you don't know what's going on back there. It's just happening in front of you.
A perfect explanation. And for the kids, obviously this is a topic that's near and dear to your heart right now.
Yes, it is.
There are a lot of activities. Your kids may be a little bit on the young side.
Thank you. I was going to say that, but go ahead.
But they're getting there. You can get...
They may never get there.
You can get butterfly stamps on your hand. You can get a bingo card at the Welcome Center.
Mm-hmm.
Go look for the items on the bingo card and win a prize when you leave.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn about the life cycle of the monarch butterflies.
Yeah.
You can feed the fish in the koi pond. And they sell food for the fish at $0.25 a pop. So
it's kind of like going to a petting zoo with goats and stuff. They sell food. The reason why I thought about what I said when I said they may never get there, meaning, I know it sounded bad. This just may not be a place I take my kids. Just because...
You don't want to get beat to death?
I don't want to get beat to death. I don't want to harsh anybody's vibes. I mean, it's your children. You're supposed to take your kids to death. Yeah.
I think there might be a really high percentage that the reason stuff grows so well here is because some people...
leave their kids home.
Well, I was going to say some people are probably buried underneath the plants.
Oh, yeah.
They've got some extra fertilizer for the guy who comes in talking on his cell phone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, or the kids that get the bouquet to go and you don't realize that they just... Where did the award-winning roses go? Oh, shoot. That's my kid. You know? Run! Get the free stuff first. But tons of stuff to do there.
They've got really friendly staff. They'll tell you about the current highlights in the garden, that sort of thing. The Welcome Center does have a gift shop featuring local arts and crafts, including but not limited to pottery from local artisan Susan Barbie. The building includes 2 handicap-accessible restrooms and a meeting room for 20 to 25 people. The back patio often has plant sales, that type of thing. So it's a really fun place if you like plants.
Right.
And I think it's a really fun place if you just like pretty things.
You definitely want to plant ahead. I'm sorry.
Bum, bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum, bum, bum.
As far as tours go, they've got self-guided tours. They'll give you maps and information for self-guided tours. Those are available inside of the Welcome Center. Group tours can be scheduled, can be arranged, but they normally ask for 2 weeks in advance. They're led by trained Lindenwood volunteers who can provide you a general overview of the gardens, point out highlights, answer questions. You can also, if arranged in advance, have tea served to you by the Lindenwood volunteers in the Japanese Pavilion.
You know, I've spilt a lot of tea. I haven't drank any recently, though.
Would you not enjoy a traditional tea service?
I would, probably. Yeah. Even though I don't look like a guy that would.
I would feel I would feel like, this is too fancy for me. Somebody give me a cup of Kool-Aid and a...
Yeah, they're like, you realize this isn't hard tea, right?
You might think, though, that this type of place has all the financial backing that they need. You know, it's a beautiful garden. Obviously, they're rolling in the dough. You can actually become a member of the organization. They participate in the American Horticultural Society's reciprocal admissions program, which means that members of the Lindenwood will receive free admission and or additional benefits at over 320 gardens throughout North America. So if you're a garden lover, you may become a member of the Lindenwood Gardens.
Membership has its privileges.
It does. As far as going here, it's not expensive. Admission's $5 for adults, $3 for students. It's free to members and children under the age of 12, which again, I think probably excludes your children right now.
It does.
But if you want more information on the Lindenwood Gardens, check out lindenwood.com.
Well, coming up after the break, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
So we had a little bit of a discussion.
Yes, Dad. It sounds like something a dad would say to his kid about being disappointed about his grades.
No, we had a discussion about the food in Florida.
Yeah.
But one thing we didn't talk about was the fact that while I was in Florida, I was sporting my OnlyinOK gear.
You were?
Everywhere.
I like you said you were preaching the gospel.
I was not only preaching the gospel, but I was wearing it like a billboard.
OnlyinOK, only in Florida.
Yeah. Or at the airport. I mean, lots of people.
While you're waiting for a rental car that didn't show, or waiting to check into a hotel room and a guy didn't know how to check into a hotel room. Yeah.
Did I tell that story?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
So bad. Not as bad as you not having more t-shirts. We got more t-shirts coming up.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's super important that if you have a thing and you want people to know about your thing, that you have the appropriate gear, not only in stock, but on your body. You got to wear the shirt.
You got to wear the shirt. And right now, tank tops are flying off the shelves. We don't have. I think I'm going to order some OnlyinOKShow tank tops because it's 92 dang degrees and
it is a little hot. If you are in the market to promote your thing, then you need to reach out to our friend Ronnie Davenport, firefighter and screen printer
extraordinaire
over at Tailboard Apparel. He does screen printing, embroidery. He can embroider your logo onto just about anything. And if you don't have a logo, or if your logo just needs to come out of the 80s,
just needs a little bit more.
Right. He can help with that as well. Give him a call for a free quote. It's 405-517-2174.
Or check him out at tailboardapparel.com. So growing up, the staple games in the schoolyard, tetherball, wall ball, but kickball even, and during PE for me, dodgeball, baby.
Dude, I could still hear the noise that a dodgeball makes when it hits you in the head.
Oh. It's almost like this. It's like being hit with a rubber gong. I don't know. But the hardest hitting charity tournament is returning back to the BOK Center Saturday, July 30th, 2022. Dodgeball's back, baby. And it all kind of started right after the movie Dodgeball. There was like this huge surge of dodgeball that happened. And this tournament's kind of stuck around.
I didn't believe you when you said, I have a news story about dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect there to actually be a dodgeball tournament.
Oh, yeah.
It's for adults. I know that there are dodgeball tournaments all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
But for adults.
It's a big deal, and it's guys our age, honestly. It's a one-day 6 versus 6 dodgeball tournament that sets teams to compete for the charity of their choice, which is kind of cool. And with each winning team selected charity receiving a financial donation on behalf of the tournament.
That's really neat. For starters, you get to compete in something,
mm-hmm.
and I don't think that there's enough competition at the adult level. I think most people, when they get out of college, you're kind of done with competition.
Unless you're playing softball or golf, playing scramble games at the golf course with your buddies. One thing I like about this one, you get to do a little bit for your charity, or a lot of it for your charity, but a new feature this year is players are actually playing for their own cash prize.
I would love just to have a tournament, like a tournament trophy,
mm-hmm. With just a big old dodgeball on top of it.
But from like current, I think I still have some trophies lying around from.
I don't. I wish I did. I wish I had all my participation trophies. Well, there'll be several fun features added this year for the public to enjoy, including inflatable axe throwing, gladiator joust. If you're you remember American Gladiator,
mm-hmm.
it's a lot like that, man. It's in the Game Over Lounge, where eliminated teams of spectators can watch the action on the court while sipping on beverages from the VIP lounge bar. I feel like if you lose, if you're knocked out of the tournament, how do you get VIP status? I feel like you're drinking you get to drink out of the water fountain at this point. You get Dixie cups with lukewarm Gatorade.
I want to know how serious people are taking this. Is this...
There are videos. People go all
Is this like the movie Dodgeball?
Yes, it is like the movie Dodgeball. The only difference in the movie Dodgeball and this, we've got some COVID safety guidelines still.
All right.
So it's recommended that all fans wear face coverings while entering and also while inside the BOK. Social distancing still a thing. They also encourage guests to avoid touching their face and frequently washing and sanitizing their hands. Now, what I will not avoid hitting you in the face with a dodgeball.
I wonder...
That's the money shot. Getting hit in the face, that's the sound you hear.
Yeah, I think that's also the intimidation part, though, too. I think that was always the thing, when I was a kid playing dodgeball in gym.
Mm-hmm.
The first time a kid got smacked in the face...
Yeah, they stopped the game.
Everybody else no longer wanted to engage with the person that threw that ball.
You're the freaking king of the hill.
Right.
You're a lethal weapon. Well, fans also can bring your own, I guess you can bring your own style. I don't know. They're letting you into the facility with a clear bag that doesn't exceed 12 by 6 by 12 or 1 gallon clear plastic bags. Also permitted one personal item per person, such as small purses or clutches that aren't clear. I don't understand why the clear bags, other than maybe you're going to try to smuggle in wine. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's probably just maybe just a safety precaution.
Right.
You have a lot of people.
You don't want somebody bringing in a switchblade to
pop all the balls.
Pop all the balls, but. Well, like I said, the date is July the 30th, 2022 now. So early bird pricing is good from now until May the 30th. Now, that's a $35 minimum, 6 players per team, and up to 10 total players. So not a bad trip to Tulsa, really, if you're looking to, really get some of that COVID angst. You know what I mean? Unleash the beast.
So what if I don't make the May 30th deadline?
Well, it goes up $5. You're going to get $40 per player, still minimum 6 players up to 10. And if you just want to go and watch people get clobbered and slobbered on, it's free admission.
Hold on.
What?
No, for real, this is free.
This is
if
free.
I just want to watch.
If you just want to watch, if you're just a dodgeball voyeur.
Okay, dude, I'm a people watcher.
You are. But you're also an alpha male, which surprises me that you would just watch.
And B, though, watching some dudes get smacked in the face with dodgeballs.
Yeah.
That's gotta be worth some admission fee.
It's gotta be.
I'd pay $10 to get into that.
Hell yeah. I mean, for charity, I'd give you $10 for charity just to see somebody get clobbered. Anyway, times for team check-ins are at 10 a.m. Game times promptly at 11, hopefully, give or take, depending on if you've seen dodgeball. You got to wait for the star player to show up because he has a pep talk with freaking Lance Armstrong at the Dusty Eagle or whatever the hell it is.
Dude, I'm telling you, if they could get Jason Bateman
back on the Ocho,
oh, that would be amazing.
Well, for more information, if you're interested at all, and again, it's free just to go watch, and it's for charity too. So find a way to tip the bucket. You can go to bokcenter.com, or you're going to bokcenter.com.
Yeah, if you're already on the internet.
You're already on the internet.
We are still looking for reviews.
Still.
So if you like what you're hearing, or you want to make suggestions, give us a review. Whatever platform you're using, just go there, give us a review, let us know what you like, let us know what you don't like, give us all the stars. We would really appreciate it.
Right.
This has been the Only in OK Show. I am Harley.
And I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace.
We're out here making something for ya.
That would have been a good video.
It was a good video. But then I realized that I forgot some things out of it.
You killing me, Smalls?
No, I did make a video.
Okay. I didn't get it.
I know
so
you didn't
make it.
You know what I mean? All right. Take another drink. On today's show,
I started watching Moon Knight.
Intentionally have waited till all of the episodes are ready, just simply because...
Is it not completed yet?
Its season's done.
Okay.
And?
I like the actor.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac says he's stupidly underrated.
I do not...
Like the premise?
No, I can't. I'm early enough on. You haven't watched it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm early enough on that I don't understand how, and you'll know pretty quick. No, I'm not giving away any spoilers.
It's fine. You can spoil.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. Stop it. You'll know real quick what I'm getting at, but I don't know how the alter or what do you call that? Your
alter ego.
Yeah, your alter ego. Your not superhero version of you.
Right.
Your Clark Kent. I don't understand how his Clark Kent gets to Superman.
Like, what's the 6 points of degrees of separation between the two?
No, I just don't understand how they coexist, and you'll understand that in a bit.
Sleep deprivation. Anyway, that's my theory.
That theory has some weight to it, but it doesn't. The culmination of dorky Steven becoming a superhero doesn't. I can't see how it gets there yet.
Now, is that a frustration for you? Because generally, you're kind of braggadocious about going, and within the first episode going, gotcha.
Well, I've never read the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, and so I have no idea.
You're going in blind.
I'm 100% blind on this deal, and I just don't know how they get from point A to point B.
But isn't it a relief having a comic book that, the truth is, like, we've had enough Spider-Mans, we've had enough, as much as I love Batman, we've had enough Batman, we've had enough of your core superhero heroes.
That everybody knows the damn origin story.
Everybody knows the origin story. Yeah. It's kind of nice having something where you go in and go, I have no depth of field here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of take it for what it is. There's not that, well, I read that in issue 2 of the Dragon Saga. You know what I mean?
That's a really nice thing about not having social media.
I've thought about, if I didn't have I have considered going just dark.
If I didn't, the fact that I don't have social media, you'll tell me about a movie coming out, and I have no clue. You're like, are you going to watch this? I'm like, I've never heard of that. And you're like, how have you not heard of that? It's everywhere.
Yeah. There is a beauty in that, for sure. Like, I wish there was some things. They've done a lot with, between the we're announcing the movie, and then we're promoting the movie, and then there's like trailer 2, teaser trailer, TV spot. And by the time you get it,
Yeah, I will tell you that there was a very long time when I was fully engaged on social media as an individual and not just for the show, that I lost all of the magic of going to the damn movies.
You're right. Because it's spoiled.
Everything is spoiled. Like, there were hundreds of movies over the last decade where I was like, I really want to see that. And by the time it came out, it's like, I saw the damn good parts already.
Well, and the thing, too, is the way social media is now, it literally is listening to us right now. The minute you say Morbius out loud, all of a sudden, like the hamsters in the algorithm start feeding you like posts from friends about Morbius or whatever the movie is, and it's like whoa. I mean, you can't make it stop unless you just like throw your phone. You know what I mean? It's like there's no.
Yeah, after having this conversation, I don't know where my phone is right now, but after having this conversation, I'm positive that Amazon's going to say, hey, there's a cool Morbius t-shirt that you want.
You may, because you liked... Wait, did I tell you that? Yes, you did. Like, I'm waiting for Siri and or who's the Amazon... Alexa to combine forces and like, brainwash the nation. Yeah. Does Google have something?
I don't know.
I don't know if they do.
I think it's just the Hey Google thing.
Well, they're about to be Hey Googling in our backyard pretty soon when they build that thingamajigger where you can Google live. Well, whatever it is. Let me know when you're ready.
Google lives outside of the internet.
Google, I am the... Wait, you're the internet? And then Microsoft Edge is like, hang on a second. There's some people using us.
We account for 0.018% of all internet traffic, we'll have you know.
And then Net Zero's like, what? You guys are still doing that thing? Oh, God, I thought that went away. Gosh, what would it be like to be Tom from MySpace right now, just living high on the hog going, I don't need anything. The inventor of social media. What is he doing right now?
Crack. Let's
Probably. Go. All right. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. It started over 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the show. Today we're discussing
the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. How's that? We should go with this intro. Brett can't say words unless he says them before.
You know what? We've done a podcast for 8 years, and this has been the Achilles heel. If you go back, this has literally been the Achilles heel to all 666 episodes of anything we've ever done.
Is you trying to spit out the intro to the show?
It is. All right. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma, and later in the show, Tulsa says, okay. And later in the show, shit, Tom's gonna 3, 2, do it live. I'm gonna do it live. Okay, see, you're on. All right, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma, and a little bit later, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. Groove.
Lindenwood in Oklahoma.
Freaking Swedish chef all of a sudden. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. And later in the show... Why is it later in the show?
And later
in the show... And a little bit later on, Tulsa isn't dodging a dodgeball. We're going to do that again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. And a little bit later, and Tulsa isn't motherfucking titty, your two-bomb son of a... 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing...
Oh my God.
Wow.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the show.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show.
Do I need to do this?
No, you don't.
I've only had to do this one time. In the history of this show, I've only had to intro it one time.
Ready? All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Lindenwood Gardens in Grove, Oklahoma. And later on in the Muscle Shoal Studios, Oh my God, the show. Start the show. I'm the greatest star in the world. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show to just...
Okay, I'm doing it.
No, I got it. No, one more time. No, one more time.
Taking over.
No, one more time. Just give me one more shot. This is it.
I'm
this
hitting
is
the
it.
panic button.
No, this is it.
Okay,
This is it.
last time.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show today. You did it. You set me up to fail.
I did not. You've
This
had
is a
100 times.
Okay, this is it. This is it. All right, ready? Don't look at me. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show today. This is it. Okay? 3, 2, 1.